9 o'clock, but
That's
because
okay.
for personal reasons, I couldn't do it at 9. So
Okay.
let's
That's
do
all right.
it. Let's do it right now. So again, I would like to introduce myself. Just a short self-introduction. Hello everyone. My name is Nelson, and I am from Colombia. Colombia is a country located in South America, next to Brazil and Ecuador.
Oh,
So I speak Spanish as my native language, and an English learner. I'm really passionate about learning English. It's like my hobby. I do these things for fun. I mean, I don't have to learn it. It's like, obviously everybody needs to learn a little bit of English, but in my case, it's more like it's a joy for me. So that's it. Let's see if we move to another participant. Let's move on to our dear friend Paul. Hey Paul.
Hey. Hi Nelson, how are you?
I'm doing well. What about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. We're having lovely weather here today.
Yeah, you are from Ireland, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, please introduce yourself to the group.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Paul. I've been a member of this group I think since 2021, so
wow.
Almost 2 years or a year and a half or more. Yeah, what I like about this group is there's all different nationalities, different cultures, and you get to learn about everyone's culture, everyone's cultures and hobbies and stuff, you know, and it's kind of good to connect with people in different countries, to get to know about their lifestyle and what they're into, and yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, and plus you are a native English speaker, right? You speak English natively.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So that helps us to practice our listening too. Yeah. So thank you, Paul. Thank you for taking the time and joining today. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, you said that it's a lovely weather in Ireland, right?
Yeah, it is.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Most of the time, I don't know, because the impression that I have from things that I see on television or on the internet, we see that it's like it's always raining. I don't know if I got it wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of the last year or two, the weather's kind of been changeable. Like we never used to get sun in April, or March and whatever. Like March and February, we got 2 or 3 days of sun, non-stop, Boy, it's kind of it was unusual, all right, but maybe it's from the pandemic, or there might be a reason why we got it, but it was unusual, to have it, but I suppose you can't be complaining when you have it, because it's good, everyone is out and enjoying themselves, and around town, or going to the beach, or doing certain activities. That's good.
Yeah, it's like the summer over there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's nice. Okay, thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's move on to our next participant. Is Azizi, right?
Hi, buenas noches.
Hola, buenas noches. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Thank you.
Okay, Yumika as Yumi, right? Yumika Azizi.
Yes.
Yeah, please introduce yourself to the group.
I'm Yumika. I'm from Indonesia, but now I live in Hong Kong for work. I'm a mother. I'm married. I have 2 kids.
Okay. So, and obviously you know a little bit of Spanish. Are you still learning Spanish or not?
I enjoy speaking Spanish because I have friends from Spanish, and I little learn Spanish with him.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Well, we could talk Spanish if you keep studying Spanish, we can practice together in the
Yes,
future.
yes, another time.
Okay, Azizi from Indonesia,
Yeah.
right? What part of Indonesia? Maybe the same part of Yusi or Adiba, maybe, or not?
Far away because I'm in East Java. My
Oh,
city is Ponorogo. This is a
okay.
small city.
Yeah. So yeah, I get it. So it's a huge country, Indonesia, right? So
Yeah, Indonesia is a
a lot
very
of,
big country.
okay. Um, thank you, Azizi. Thank you very much. And
Yes, brother.
yeah, hope you enjoy our conversation today. Let's move on to our dear friend Nana. Can you hear me, Nana?
Yes, I could hear you clearly.
Okay, Nana. I'm really glad to hear you again. So for those who maybe don't know you, please introduce yourself.
I think most of you guys have already known me. I'm Nana from
Okay.
Malaysia and I'm a college student, 19 years old, and I'm about to turn 20 soon. And I'm a student who is majoring in English education department.
Okay. And yeah, you are from Malaysia, right? How do you pronounce it?
Yes.
I don't know if I could pronounce well. I used to say Malaysia.
You
Right.
can pronounce it as Malaysia.
Malaysia. Okay. So yeah, it's really nice to hear you again, and
Yeah,
I'm really glad that
thanks.
you could join. I think the last meeting you weren't able to join because you were, I think,
Yeah, something
really
just
busy.
came up.
Yeah, you texted me something about that, right? And
Yeah.
what about Ramadan? Are you? I think Yusi told me that you guys are still in Ramadan, right?
Yeah, that's right. Everything's just going well, smoothly so far, but yeah, it's a bit it's going to end soon, so I'm just wishing that everything will go well, keep going well.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you, Nana. Thank you for joining today.
You're welcome.
And yeah, thank you very much. Let's move on to our dear friend Adiba. Adiba Aida.
Hello.
Hello, Adiba. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Little bit busy.
Oh, yeah. You are working now. In your
I'm just doing my homework.
yeah, about English, right? It's all about English.
Yeah, about English, about grammar.
Okay, that's
Boring
so
grammar.
boring. That's so boring. Okay, please tell us something about you.
Okay, I'm Adiba. I'm from East Java in Jember, and I'm also a college student like Nana too. In the same major too, English department. And yeah, and I'm the fourth semester now.
And maybe the same age, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you guys are quite young. Okay. Thank you, Adiba. Thank you for joining today. And our dear, thank you. Let's move on to our dear friend Yusi.
Hi.
Hi, Yusi. How are you? How are you doing today, Yusi?
I'm doing good. I'm really happy because
Yeah.
I take iftar together. I mean I eat together with many people. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know some participants couldn't join because it was we have to do this at 8 a.m. in my time, but maybe they could join in the middle of the conversation between the
ST and boys they cannot join, but Rona and Chelis will join in the middle meeting.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's
Okay.
good. Yeah, let's hope that they can make it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Juicy. Thank you very much. So, I think we have to start our conversation
Yes.
today. today we are going to talk about a topic. I think it's an interesting topic, in my opinion. Our topic today is motivation or motivation. So yeah, motivation is the thing that allows us to do things every day, right? That's why you wake up and you go to work every day. What is the reason behind that? For example, I have the motivation to go to work, maybe because of money. It's a bad thing. Sometimes we don't enjoy our work, our job. The only motivation is the money, you know. But we have to look for to search another motivation. We should look for ways to enjoy our job, and we should look for ways to, you know, to have joy in whatever things that we do. So for example, I'm learning English, and it is sometimes it's really easy to give up, right? Sometimes I talk to myself that why I'm learning English, why are you spending all this time learning English? You could be spending all this time learning another skill or another thing. And sometimes it's easy to tell things to ourselves, and to, you know, to get unmotivated. But I think when we have a clear goal, when we have a goal in mind, and we have something that we want to accomplish, it helps us, right? It helps us. For example, sometimes I don't feel like studying English, and sometimes I want to give up, but I have a goal, which is to learn it and to communicate with people, and that reminds me to keep going. So that's my motivation behind that. So motivation, it's behind everything that we do in our daily life. So that's what we are going to talk about today. So I want to hear from you guys. So let's get started with, in my screen, it's Nana, who is first. Can you hear me, Nana?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, our topic today is motivation. So our question is, the first question is, how motivated are you in general?
Okay. First of all, talking about motivation in general, I'm not exactly the type of person who easily got motivated by things around me, but I could say that sometimes some things could make me motivated. It just came on and off just like that, so I just don't realize how it got me to be motivated in my life. But sometimes when it interests myself, perhaps I will be motivated with that thing, but sometimes even if it seems interesting, I just don't get motivated easily. So yeah, that's kind of like how I got motivated in general.
Okay, so, but you tend to look for things that motivate you, so even if you are not really motivated.
Yeah, I try to look for some of things that would motivate me, but not all of them would satisfy my kind of like feeling of motivation. But yeah, it's just
Another question, what motivates you to do things? For example, to go to school, college, or to go to work, or to do hard things?
Sometimes it's just random things that got me motivated, like most possibly things that kind of motivates me to do things, or perhaps listening to the words from people I like, or maybe my parents or friends when they try to cheer me up. That would make me feel appreciated, and also like people I like, kind of like the artist or celebrity, I most probably would be from the songs or from my favorite artists. And sometimes I got motivated by other people cheering me up, no matter who they are, and they just cheer me up for whatever I am doing, and it makes me feel very much appreciated. So I got somehow motivated in my studies and performance and all. And it's kind of like when they give me a lot of motivation, I can do well. I keep telling myself to do well, to do better in the future, and yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah. What motivates you to learn English? Because you could choose another career, another area of expertise, so to say.
Okay. To stay motivated in learning English, I think the key point for me is just to keep practicing and practicing so that you could find yourself engaging more in loving the language itself. And when you enjoy learning it, it will be much possible to keep being motivated in learning English language. That's how it goes for me, since I've been I've been learning English language since I was young, and I kind of find the language is very interesting, and I don't know why it just got me motivated in learning that thing. And also I like my teachers who teach me English language. I guess they are kind of like my motivation as well to keep learning English, since they help the English learning very interestingly, and I just got motivated by that. I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay, you are studying English, but like a profession is going to be your profession. Probably you are going to be an English teacher, maybe.
Yeah.
What about the other people who don't study English? How they can stay motivated to learn this language? What do you think?
I think, in my opinion, for them, perhaps they could try to, first of all, try to engage themselves with English themselves. Even if they don't like it, try to make it as an enjoyable language for themselves, like the things that they could use when they have free times and all, and try to practice it. It's kind of like I am not sure, actually, honestly, because I'm not in their position, but sometimes I found some people who just kind of like want to learn somehow, and then they just got interested in it, and that itself would make them motivated. And sometimes receiving applause or cheers, or maybe motivate words from other people would make them feel better, feel like they want to learn English more. For example, like when I say that your English is getting better and better, so they may be feeling that they could do better and be motivated in learning English.
Yeah, it's like when you start understanding things that probably you didn't understand 6 months before or a year before, you can see that progress. So sometimes it's difficult to stay motivated to learn something. So,
sometimes it does. By the way, this topic is like one of my topic in my lecture. It's motivation, psychology, and learning, and I kind of like understand.
Wow, that's so it's related with that. Do you have to study? So, because I guess it's not only English. What you are studying, it's about how do you say pedagogy or pedagogy? Pedagogy, something like that. Yeah, so
I'm learning that in my college.
So it's not only it's preparing you to be an effective teacher.
Yeah, that's right. I learn a lot of subjects, but they're all in English.
Okay, so it's amazing. I think I'm interested in those things. I tend to watch videos on YouTube about psychology and how to learn and learning how to learn, and I think it's really important nowadays, learning how to learn things. So thank you, Nana. Do you want to say anything else?
I think that's all for me. Thank you so much for listening.
No, thank you for taking the time. You are very kind, and you take the time to join with us. So thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to our dear friend Paul. Right.
Hi.
Paul, like Paul McCartney, right? That's how you pronounce your name. Paul, but like the Beatles. I don't know if you like
they're an okay group.
Okay.
A few good songs. Yeah.
I'm really into music, and I like a lot
That's good.
about Beatles and about the old
Yeah.
stuff.
Some of the 60s
Yeah.
60s music is good.
60s, 70s,
Yeah, 70s and 80s. Yeah.
it was really nice. So okay, our topic today it's motivation. So
Yeah.
our question is, how motivated are you in general in life?
I would say I've only only about 10 to well maybe 20% on and off at the moment. Some days I struggle getting out of bed. I find it really hard to get up in the cold. It's really cold in the mornings, like 8 o'clock or whatever, past 7 in the morning. And I'd be kind of complaining, I didn't want, why do I have to get up? Like, I work in a training centre 3 days a week, so I just find it hard sometimes just to get organised, get my clothes ready and have my breakfast, and well, it's not really about having my breakfast, but get my clothes ready and just kind of having a kind of a routine, like. So I kind of I also kind of tend to lose things, like I've lost money and I've lost my wallet, and I've lost keys and stuff before. It's I have this slight little disability, like it's called dyslexia. I don't know. Did you ever hear of it? It's like it's like a coordination thing. I don't know. I don't think it's autism, but it's. Do you know what I mean? It's something similar to it, but it's only something slight, like, it's not like I'm pretty good, like, at spelling words and stuff. Like I wouldn't struggle with English with I just kind of struggled before, like tying my shoelaces and stuff like that, and doing buttons on my jacket or zipping up my coat and stuff like that, And sometimes before, like when I was younger, when I was in a restaurant or eating my dinner, I used to struggle with my fork, my knife and my fork, but mostly my fork, because I would do things the opposite way. I put it backwards instead of having the fork. You know what I mean? Like instead of picking up the fork,
but now
the normal way.
But how are you doing now? I think you are getting better.
Yeah, I seem to be much better now. Like, and I'm able to tie my shoelaces, and I'm able to do certain things. I'm like, at the odd time I do lose things with money, but keys and stuff don't seem to be a problem at the moment. But I have lost a lot of things before, like just kind of like, when you're kind of like sidetracked with a lot of things in your mind. You get kind of flustered, or you'd be thinking about one thing, and you might have 3 or 4 things going on in your head, and you put something down and you forget where you leave it. But I've gotten a bit better, like, over the last year or so.
And you said you have to go to work, right? You are working. What motivates you to work?
Well, at the moment, I'm only doing one day at the moment. I'm doing a Tuesday in a charity shop. So I'm kind of used to the work, because last year I did a lot of experience in another one in town, and I actually applied for this one myself. I kind of enjoy kind of interacting, like chatting to the people that I'm working with. But there's a different crowd there now, because 2 of the girls that worked on the Monday, I was doing a Monday in there for a few weeks, but then I got a bit annoyed because Transition Europe, they're like, how do you put it? I don't know, do you have that in Indonesia or any other country, Brazil or anywhere? It's kind of like a dossier that, like, people go and they do, like, work experiences, and, like, you're not doing exams during this year, so you're kind of you're just kind of learning about what you kind of would like to work at or whatever. You've kind of more free time in your hands.
It's like
So-
a temporary work, maybe.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, it's kind of like preparing for work, kind of, but they put you on different work experiences, and you get to go on certain trips, places, and stuff. I haven't done it now myself. They wouldn't let me do it because they said I was too young, or something. But yeah. And anyway, I walked in one Monday, and I was supposed to be working, and there was like six different students, one boy and 5 girls or something. And I got very kind of freaked out. I was like, oh, what are they all doing here, you know? And then I wasn't told, like, you know, I told my boss, like, that I was supposed to come in, like, a few days before, and he didn't even let me know, like, by text. It was a bit rude. So I had to go home, like, and I was a bit, I wouldn't say I wasn't crying, but I was a bit annoyed, a bit cross, like, a bit angry. But yeah, I've got a job coach now, and she sorted it out for me, so I just changed my day, and it seems to be much better. So yeah, I'm only back now. This Tuesday will be my second week back doing it, but I was just very tired the last day, and I kind of, I don't know, I did a few things wrong, like they've got a price gun thing, and I couldn't get it working, and I asked someone else to help me, and they helped me, but then I left the counter all messy before I left, so my boss sent me a picture and a message, oh, you can't do that again.
And another question, what motivates you to stay in that work too? Because you could leave. I
enjoy like some of the tasks, like would be to do with clothes, like you find a bag of clothes, like in a plastic bag, and you sort through them. And I also enjoy steaming clothes. It's very easy, like it's kind of like ironing, you know, ironing clothes.
So you enjoy your work?
Yeah, I find the work quite easy going, like, you know, and there's a few people in there that complain about it, and they say, oh, I don't like that job. Well, she's not working with me at the moment, a girl called Trish, an Irish girl, and she says, oh, I don't like it, I've never done it, I wouldn't be able for it, you know. But I find it quite easy, because you just, basically it's like a Hoover, a bit different. You put hot water into it, and you wait for the steam to come out of the vacuum thing, and then you just put the steamer on the clothes, and you just kind of get rid of all the creases. You kind of work your way down on the clothes. It's simple. I find it quite easy now. I'd have no problem doing that for an hour or 2 hours, like, you know, past it.
Yeah. Because for some people, the only motivation is the money. They get paid.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually get paid for this, but I enjoy it just at the moment. But it might happen down the line. But I have to admit, I've got free stuff out of it before.
Okay, next question because you are a native speaker, a native English speaker. What piece of advice you would give to a student, a person who is starting to learn English and is struggling with motivation? How do you think would be a really good way to learn this language?
I think just kind of take it day by day, just kind of get to know new phrases, like, you know, you could, like, if you're describing, I don't know, let's say you're describing my country, you could say Ireland is beautiful, but you know, like there's a lot of greenery here, like there's a lot of lovely plants and flowers and stuff, and there's a lot to see, like there's a lot of history, like castles and museums and, you know, stuff to visit, you know. And you could say I don't know what else you could say. Yeah, you could say that you could learn a lot about history and stuff in Ireland, like, you know, and Dublin and Galway are pretty good touristy places to go to learn about the culture and stuff. So
so and start with, you know, with baby steps, if you will, because sometimes some people wants to jump right into
right ahead, and they might be able
the advanced level. It's kind of difficult. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Thank you for your pieces of advices, Paul, and thank you very much for taking the time and joining today. Thank you very much, Paul.
Thanks.
I hope we can talk more in the future.
We can, yeah. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Let's move on to our next participant, and well, now we have Celis and Rona. So welcome, Celis and Rona, to our conversation today. Let's move on to Azizi.
Hi.
Hi, Azizi. Okay, our topic today is about motivation. What do you think about motivation? What is motivation for you?
Motivation, something that cannot be understand with word but with practice, I think. My motivation is my children, because I want to teach my children about speaking English. I'm not thinking I am studying English for work. I just study English for my child. If I lazy to study, I think about my son. If I not well in English, no people help my son. So this is my first motivation in my role.
Okay, so yeah, your first motivation, it's the most important thing for you is your children, and that's obvious, right? So, but you have to. So you also are you working now? I think you said you are.
I'm working. I'm nursing home in Hong Kong.
Okay, what motivates you to go to work?
My motivation to work in Hong Kong, because I'm poor people, and I want to support my family. I want to give my children good life, so I go to Hong Kong to work.
Yeah. So it seems like, well, I don't have children. I'm single still, but I know that, well, my sister, she has a daughter, and everything that she does is because of her family. So I understand that. I think when you have a child, it becomes like a priority for you, right? It's like the most important thing for you, I guess. So yeah, that's a really good motivation. So that's really nice. Okay, you are learning English. So what motivates you to learn? Of course, you said you are learning because you want to teach your children. What motivates you to learn? Only what do you find motivated?
My tips.
What is your tips to stay motivated in learning English?
My tip to stay motivation is, while learning, don't be afraid to ask way, because I always have mistake if I talk with other people. I just try every day to try. This is important for me to improve speaking, and this is motivation to grow up. I can learn English.
Yeah, exactly. So you are really motivated to speak it. I see. What do you do in your daily life to learn it? To learn this language? Like you watch movies, or do you watch videos?
I not like watching movie. I just talk with other people. I hearing other people speaking, and I understand this accent is this, because I don't have time to stay every time. I cannot stay and then watching movie. I cannot. If I hearing people, I call another people, call group. I can hear another people call, and I working. I can hear. So this is my rule.
It's listening. It's more practical, I think.
Yes.
Because I do the same. I put my headphones on, and while I'm working, I'm listening stuff in English. So I think it's a really good way. The first thing is comprehension. You have first thing is you have to understand, and after that you start speaking. Another question, Azizi, how long have you been learning English?
Maybe 6 months I learn English until now. Start in
Wow.
December, I learn English. Every day I speak Chinese speaking, and I think this is not well with my children. So I changed my mind to learn English, and I already in December until now.
Wow, you are quite a beginner, I would say. So you
Yes.
are making a lot of progress in this
Yes.
short period of time. So it's quite impressive. Well, in my case, I prefer to. I have a completely different approach. It's like I was listening to English like for a whole year, 1 year maybe, and I didn't speak at all. So I just listen and listen and listening to the language until I get pretty comfortable with the language. And after 1 year, I started to speak a little bit. So, but you are speaking after 6 months, and you are doing quite well. So, congratulations.
First time I'm afraid to speaking with another people, but my friend always, no, you try. Every day I say, I don't understand, I don't understand. No, you always you listen. If you listen too much, you will better. And then yeah, I hearing every day, and I have a lot of friends to help me to every day call me to hearing something like that. So now I can speak later. Not better if speaker native English language, but I just understand what people talk with me.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, right? It's understand, and after that, when you understand, you start to get your point across, to give your opinions. So, but the first thing is understand. If you understand what other people are saying, I think it's fine. So yeah, thank you, Azizi. Thank you very much,
Thank you, brother.
and I hope that you can teach your children a little bit of
Yeah.
English, and it's really nice that you are teaching
Thank
them
you.
at the early stage of their lives. So thank you, Azizi, and
Thank
thank
you,
you very
brother.
much. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to our dear friend Celis from Indonesia.
Hey,
Hey Celis,